It's important to note for taxpayers who are trying to seek a penalty waiver or abatement or avoid penalties altogether that while reasonable cause can be used to avoid or abate penalties, it doesn't apply to situations in which a taxpayer is willful. In other words, in order to try to waive or avoid penalties for things like FBAR Form 8938, 3520, 5471, and the taxpayer doesn't want to do the streamlined procedures and pay the 5% penalty if they're domestic based, then they may be able to try a reasonable cause. But that only applies in situations in which the taxpayer is non-willful. A person cannot be considered willful and be able to show that they had reasonable cause. Things like willfulness, willful blindness, reckless disregard. This is also important for taxpayers who are considering or getting horrible information from tax attorneys telling them, oh, you can just submit to VDP, the Voluntary Disclosure Program, to try to get that protection against criminal enforcement, and then you could try to get out of the program and claim reasonable cause. One, there's no longer an opt-out like there was in the prior version of OVDP, which was an offshoot of the VDP program. And two, technically, you can't avoid willfulness penalties by showing reasonable cause.